We're gonna fix the broken rear end with super glue and brake clean. The whole thing. Let's go.
All right, do it.
What are you hitting on? That's not a hammer.
Whatever I want it to be.
Yeah, just kidding. If it's close enough and you can hit with it, it's a hammer.
It's hard enough.
No, for real, what do you got going on?
Determining what's going on here and seeing what we're going to do. And this pin holds all the spider gears in that G80. And that bolt that we took out was just completely sheared off.
Yeah, it exited the chat.
So my problem now is it's only going right there to that main pin that holds all the gears in, and that's how you get the axles out, and that's how you get the carrier out. I guess
we're gonna have to add, subtract, multiply, divide, and math.
Yes.
Yeah, all of those things.
So,
hey, I see that you got your Florida man shoes on.
Yeah, boy.
Boy!
I ain't got them in full drive, but you know.
No, we don't need that.
It ain't raining.
Yo, what are you doing now?
We gotta chisel it.
we have to chisel.
It's already cracked through, so I'm just gonna try to break this hunk
Yeah,
off.
you're not gonna break it.
I mean, it's already broke.
So some folks say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I say, if it's broke it, you can't break it again. Some live action. Well, as you can see, I got him an actual hammer. He laughed at me. And I said, I have a real hammer. And he looked at me and he said, me too.
It's good.
Ow.
Oh, all right. Don't put that on YouTube.
No, too late. I don't know if she's moving there, bud.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Okay, next plan. So we tried to cheap out there and just kind of break that part of the carrier away, but it seems that like spider gear chunks are better at breaking carriers than we are with hammers and flatheads. But all right, on to plan 2. We're gonna fix the broken rear end with super glue and brake clean. The whole thing. Let's go.
All right, do it. So what's the plan?
I'm gonna super glue this bolt here, or this Allen wrench, and pull this pin out. Just a dab of do you. Just a dab of do you. Just a dab of do you.
How long do we need to wait?
I don't know. I can read the instructions afterwards. How long, Kenna?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. My 7-year-old says it's 5 minutes for nail glue to stick, so we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Coming?
Yeah. You ready? Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it. No way. No way.
Ah! It got stuck in there.
G80 repair be like.
I think that'll do. About right there. That needs a little bit right in there.
Perfect.
That'll do, pig.
Hopes and prayers sent.
All right, what plan are we on now?
Yes.
I got my hand weight on in there.
So the glue I did didn't work. Beating it with a ratchet hammer didn't work.
Ratchet hammer.
I just did some little finagling. Got you to work that
You
pin.
just put some finesse on there, huh?
Yeah. Hit her with the old razzle dazzle. And just kind of fished it out with this knife, man. That's her.
Hit with the razzle dazzle.
Yeah. Yeah, I hit it with my twisted tees, what I did. So, and that's her, man. I've got her coming my way now. We just got to fish it out a little bit more. There's the pin right there, though.
Yeah, that's her. That's her.
Got it off this side.
That's the pin in there.
It's coming.
Oh! Pull up!
God. That's why I was holding it. See, it's bent.
Nice, the bend. That's why I could move it with the glue like a 1/4 inch.
Yep.
Then it would get bound up.
That's it right there.
That is the death of the world's most reliable G80.
She was a champ.
Man, like seriously, 300,000 miles. How many times have we launched this thing?
A lot. I mean,
Like-
we launched it a lot before we even put the turbo on.
I know, like a lot. You know, by most people's standards, like sure it wasn't crazy fast when it was like a cam 6-liter, but like that's some freaking power. Like that, people kill these things with bone stock power.
Yeah.
And we had a big cam, big converter, 6-liter beating on it. Like,
I just think about all the days that Paw beat on it too.
yeah.
You know, he
Yeah,
probably,
because I mean, by God, if he wanted to go hunting right there, there's no road there, but there would be when he was done.
That's right.
So,
Yeah. Well, now it's time to get to work. Now.
Yeah.
Shoot, that took us 2 hours to get that.
Yeah.
Get that little bolt out. You can build a race truck, but can't work a grinder. I'm shooketh.
bro. cutting and whacking, cutting and whacking. Very good. Well, after lots and lots of cutting, hammering, and cutting, we ended up not ever even getting that big center pin out, the one that holds all the spider gears and stuff in. We didn't even get it out. But we did get the axles out. We did get the C-clips off, and we were able to remove the axles. I still have them in the rear end because I'm going to take it over to Austin's house and we're going to finish it up. We're going to do the complete carrier install there. I wanted to show you guys how bad the Carnage got with the cutoff wheel and the hammer before we got this thing actually in such a way that we could get the axles out. It was bad. Let's go take a look. Literally, I mean, spent absolute hours just hammering and cutting on this thing until we split the carrier in two. We weren't able to get this center pin out. This thing holds these spider gears and everything all together. They all stay nice and neat as long as he's in there. Well, we could not get that joker out. We hammered on it for a long ass time. Instead, we ended up, like I said, we just cut the whole carrier until we could spin that freely around and around. And we actually got it in such a way that the whole pin, the whole spider gears and stuff, we were able to knock them down just out of the way enough so that way we could slide the axles in. It's going to be very hard to see, but there's C-clips in there, and there's probably some really good videos linking how to do this the proper way. But there's C-clips in there, so we were able to slide the axles in, knock the C-clips down, and then do the other side, and we were able to get it all free. So just wanted to show you guys how bad and how long we ended up having to cut on this thing. So the next thing's next is to get my new set of gears in, which is actually a huge surprise with this thing because I've thought my whole life, really, like, I've been lied to by myself, but I've been lying to myself my whole life because I always assumed that this truck had 373 rear gears in it, or front and rear gears, but I was wrong. After we took it apart and we got to looking at the axle, the actual ring gear, we decided to we're going to go and replace them anyway while we're there. There's one tiny nick on the pinion, and so we were like, rather than risk it while we got everything apart, we'll just do it the right way and order a fresh set. I had just assumed that they were 373s. I had a set of 373s in my cart ready to order, but I was wrong. It turns out that this truck actually has 342 gears in it. So that makes, you know, hindsight looking back, it makes a ton of sense. There's just a lot of things that line up now with how I've had to race this thing to be happy. Like I said, leaving on tons of RPM on the trans brake. I'll be able to stretch out first and second gear through the 8th. That's always been kind of surprising to people, being on a 28-inch tire like I am. I mean, it makes total sense. Now, for the time being, I'm going to leave those gears in it. I do think that a little bit of gear would benefit me, but I'm not going to swap to it right now. I have a big race coming up in 2 weeks, the same Civil War race that got canceled a few weeks ago. It is now rolling up again on January 16th, so I've got to get ready for that. I don't want to throw too many variables at it. All it means, like I said, is that we have to use more sauce, more horsepower to leave, whereas gear would let us do it with mechanical advantage. But for now, the time being is that I can fix it the right way with a new set of gears just by doing the rear, because of course if I do the... Whoa! Giving her some sauce there, bud. Yees, man. I live in the boondocks and yees are non-stop. Anyway, the fact remains that I can do it the right way with a fresh set of gears in the rear, and I don't have to touch the front right now, which would be a lot more work and money in a short window of time where I need maximum opportunities to test. Glad we got this thing torn apart. Wanted to show you the carnage involved with just removing that little pin. And finally, we got the thing torn apart. In the next video, we can actually get this thing assembled and back in the truck. So I'm Diggins Z71. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.